For every young AIESECer today, the next speaker that I'm going to introduce embodies the spirit of daring entrepreneurship, bold leadership, and an unbridled passion to excel. Ronnie Screwvala is a household name in the business of being awesome. First-generation entrepreneur, media mogul, philanthropist, and my personal favorite avatar as that of a writer, Mr. Screwvala is a man who looked failure in the eye and persisted relentlessly and passionately to emerge where he is today. He currently serves on the board of advisors for AIESEC India and has been an undying source of support to us. So without further ado, sir, I'd like to invite you to share your thoughts with us as the keynote speaker.
I was just telling everyone first that while many of you all here are alumni, I didn't have the privilege and the good fortune of being an AIESECer in my younger days. And I think that's why I kind of treasure and relish the last 4 years of my association with AIESEC, and I hope another long, long tenure of support with AIESEC as I go forward. Because as you can see here from all the communication, that level of mentorship and that level of confidence that I think AIESEC circulates, breeds, and gives and instills with people is quite irreplaceable at that very poignant and very influential age. And I think I missed that in my days. And I think this is something that is a great privilege. I've enjoyed the last 4 years of my association and the support, the responsiveness. And I think if there were a couple of things that AIESEC really stands out, is it's a phenomenal ground to actually be life-changing for the people who are associated with it. Not just the people who, when they're at the faculty, but I think I've encountered now and interacted with many, many of them. The level of confidence with which you exude and communicate, two very important things as you go out for leadership, is your ability to communicate and your clarity of thought and your confidence. As I said, I missed that. I was blessed and fortunate to actually having experienced that with a hobby of mine in theater. And I recognize that if it wasn't for my early days in theater, whereas actually I experienced that as a hobby, maybe it would have been not as life-changing for me, because on a Friday night and a Saturday night and a Sunday night, standing in front of 1,000 people, even though rehearsed and with lines, to actually improvise and talk gives you that sense of confidence that nothing else does. So I think I liken that opportunity to where that one is here. The second, I think, is when people in AIESEC say the governing council and many of us here who are actually supporters from outside and inside and what we can do to mentor. And I strongly believe that this 21st century, mentoring is not really about giving advice, definitely not to the young of India, because I think they're extremely smart, extremely agile, extremely open-minded, extremely ambitious, and extremely social-minded. And I think that itself is incredible. But for me, mentorship and the way I've looked at AIESEC over the last 4 years, and it's actually been profound. Because actually that's what the young people are coming in here for. You ask them a few more questions that they haven't asked themselves in their room, and they've got the answers for it in any case. And that, I think, is what mentorship is about. And I think that's been my pickup when it's been to AIESEC. So on behalf of everyone here, I want to be part of the family and thank everyone for their continued association. And last but not the least, I think this 2015 for AIESEC is an incredibly important year, because I think for the second or the third time, but at a very poignant part in India's history, have we been able to now host again the International Congress, which I think is an extremely meaningful event. 126 countries, and we are, as we all talk about, being the youngest democracy in the world. So I think it's a major source of pride. It's really a major source of pride for AIESEC to have done that. It's an event that will kind of cross-pollinize, because I think today when India needs ambassadors for what we really stand for in our youth, and I think it's an important event, and I want to be very much part of it, be supportive for it, and I would call on everyone here that this particular event, which is in August, is a critical one for AIESEC. It's a critical one for youth overall. I'm so sorry, I thought I put that on silent. Is in itself an important one for youth in general, and I do believe that it needs everyone's support. So it has been my privilege. I want to thank everyone. I want to welcome everyone here. And I want to urge everyone for continued support to AIESEC, and thank you for having me, having had this association for 4 years. Thank you.